Okay, here we are again. So, second video from VoDo that he sent in to me. So, bumper week for him. This time we're looking at Slayer on Empyrean. I know we're doing a lot of Empyrean videos, but I feel like Empyrean is the sort of map that really shows how good a team is at controlling multiple lanes. If you've ever been on this map and you've got annihilated, it's probably because you're not controlling the lanes, you're giving away the snipers, you're giving away the shotgun, you're giving away the rocket launcher, and then you get trapped in spawns. Because remember, on this map, spawns do not flip. Okay? So, let's get straight into this video. Let's try and get some... We're going to try and cover some more advanced things with this map, because I feel like it's easy to work these in if you have the thought process. So straight away on the pit, we want 2 people at least going for rocket launcher. You can avoid that clamber if you jump slightly further. I like the aggression into rockets. Other team has made a huge mistake. Preemptive rocket was a bit early. Probably wouldn't have done that. That was fine. You can chill with the rockets. You don't need to throw them out straight away. Okay, we're getting a nice flank. Keep going round. Keep going round. You can hear fire. You can hear fire. Keep going round. So now that we know they're spawning bottom side because that guy went on the tower. We shouldn't be backing up here. We know... This guy is either spawned up on tower or he's chilling, which means that the rest of the team is probably going to spawn in that area because it classed as like their friendly area. We should be careful to the left though, but the team is on this side pushing this way. So if I was you, I would be looking to the top, just up there, to check any spawns because you always want to be tracking spawners. But your overall position here is okay. You're using the wall well, and you're aware that the enemy team's going to spawn, so you backed off. I just think you backed off a little too much. Okay. We are very open to the back doing this. We got sniper. We can really look at crosshair placement now. That was hopeful. One little thing. You've got the sniper, we'll do a little mini sniper thing class here. If you've got the sniper and you see a target like this, what you'll see a lot of very high level players do is they will zoom in front of the target and they will allow the target to walk into it. And that's what you should have done here. This dude was literally asking to be domed. He was walking in a straight line. You could have zoomed in, aimed at head height and just gone bang, right in his head. So when you're using the sniper in the future, try to aim in front of the target very slightly and allow them to walk into it. And then as you develop more confidence with a sniper rifle, then you can start doing like quick scopes and stuff like that. Start off basic, you know, it's like same in academy. Aim in front of the target, get the shots, work out the timing, and slowly work up how confident you are at doing flicks. That guy, you could have just zoomed in and just popped him in the face. You did ping it. Good on you for using comms. And you are looking the right way. Look to the left. All your teammates this way. Left. So game awareness there, you want to check long haul because it's very common for people to just rush down long haul, and if you were stood there you would have just got beamed. It's good that you are supporting your teammates though, but look how you're all attacking from the same angle, so you're almost not keeping that sort of pressure in that area. Also just back based on that stuff I was saying to the sniper rifle there. So here, go back a little. We missed a shot first. Yeah. So we missed a shot first. And then we let the target walk back in. So this is what I was talking about. So that was good use of the sniper rifle. You let the guy walk back into your crosshair. If you're not super confident, that's fine. You don't need to be like super duper Onyx aim where it's like quick flick aim, boom. That was fine. More of that. Get the confidence and then work on the other stuff later on. I think some gold players try to run before they can walk, and it's same in platinum as well. That was very good use of the sniper. Anyway, so we're holding this angle well. That was nice and controlled. That guy had ages to kill you then. He was asleep. You got him. This is good. We're getting advantages and we're not pushing though. Teammates are asleep. That was fine. Good crosshair placement. Better than the other video. That guy made a big error. He could have just repulsed your ass. Oh, go on. I like the repulse attack. Very good. That was a really good play. Unfortunately, there was 2 of them, but that was a good use of the equipment. So if you're someone who doesn't like using the repulsor, the grapple, that's the sort of stuff you need to do. It opens up new opportunities. that you don't have to traverse the map in unexpected ways. Okay, so we're going to play for the OS. This means rockets is up as well. Rockets are arguably more important. Just watch that exchange again. So the spacing, notice the spacing between the players. This spacing is actually quite good because they're not so close they can punch each other and they're not so close they can't aim. So the spacing from both players is good. The closer you are to a target, the more difficult it is to hit them with the battle rifle because of the way sensitivity works. I suppose at long ranges this applies too. But at mid-range, this is good spacing for a battle rifle fight. So let's break down what happens in this fight. So if you're wanting to get better with BR, this is going to help you. So look where you're aiming here. I would have centered my crosshair sort of here. Yeah, so you're slightly lower, but I would have centered my crosshair here because it means if I get his shields out, I can just flick the thumbstick up really fast to get the headshot. So let's have a look. You did flick up, that's one. Ah. You overcompensated with the right stick. See that? Watch the aim. There. You're moving the right stick. If you didn't move the right stick, you would have hit him. And you want to try and match this guy's strafe as he goes through. And then as you get more confident, you can then add in the right stick. You want to use the left stick mostly and then add in the right stick. It's very easy to be okay at aiming in Halo Infinite. I have been learning to play on controller again, and I have managed to get left stick in kind of within a week or so. Use the left stick more, develop confidence to then move on to the right stick. Like we said with the sniper rifle, it's the same with that weapon too. So again, let's just watch this exchange in real time, and we can see the use of the right stick. That is not regular speed, Vodon. Hello? That was actually regular speed. That was strange. So yeah, you can see that the use of the right stick just kind of screwed him over a little. Crack smack. Good, good. 2v1. Very nice. Make sure that if you're in a gold lobby, you're always trying to hang around with another player. Being in a double team will more likely than not cause you to win the game. Obviously gets more complicated at high levels. No idea what that guy was doing. Let's actually have a look at what the other players were doing there. So the other players, they come down. So straight away, these guys should not have pushed. They should have just chilled here because they've got no idea what's going on behind, like down here. They've got no idea what your teammates are doing. And you also got first shot. They're already weak. This guy, look how far this guy has extended. My God. He doesn't need to do this. He's basically guaranteed his own death because I don't even think these two guys were shooting the same time. You're not taking any damage. So they weren't even shooting the same target. So like if you're going to two-man something, don't be these guys. These two players should have been shooting the same target. Yeah? This player should have took the initiative, helped his buddy, and shot the same target. Team shooting will win you games at gold. You will annihilate people if you team shot. These guys had an obvious thing to team shot. Target prioritization was completely off. This guy was shooting this teammate. This guy was shooting you. They both died. Anyway, onwards. So we've spawned on our back base, and we know that they've tried to spawn bottom. They've got rockets. They've got one rocket left. We want to be careful how forward we're playing here. We can hear shots to the right, and you know only your teammate was up there, so you could have helped him. Their team's grouping up on the right. You've got a nice little vantage point here to get off an alternative angle. I like this careful approach. This is good. This is controlled. This is more what Diamond players would do. Very controlled. Trying to find information. That guy pushed out way too much without information. You were all alive. Don't do that. This guy also is pushing when it's 3v4. Although, they push together. Yet again, strength of the double team. So, you don't want to take the same angle as your teammate, but he's died, so you want to take his sniper. Oh, let's go back again. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. So if we look, let's identify the times where you right stick aim again. So here, right? You know this dude is here. You know he's there. He's just throwing a nade. You can see from where the nade trail is, this guy is 100% like right there. He's right there. So you were okay to chal, I suppose. But as you're going around the corner, you should have been aiming like here already. Because if you're aiming here, then that means that if he's here, you can left stick aim and strafe across to get your aim to him. Whereas if you're aiming there, you cannot left stick aim to get to him because he's behind the wall. So if you'd have just placed your crosshair here, you can move left to target. Because you've placed your crosshair here, you cannot move right because there's a wall there. Yeah, so it's just tiny things like that, tiny things. And then look, now you've got to use your right stick to twitch to the guy, and he's aiming straight at your face. And he's one shot. To be fair, you probably could have just punched him. So as soon as I would have seen his shields flickering like that, see the flicker down there? See his shields flickering there? Punch the guy. He'll die. Punch him. But you can see now you've got a huge forced amount of right stick aim that you're going to have to do. And based on this, what we've seen already, this is something you've said that you know you need to work on by changing sensitivity. So now you're putting yourself in a bad situation because you're having to use skills that you're not confident with. Try and get a result where this guy's one shot so you can just punch him. And he's got snipers, so there's potentially the risk of being no-scoped. See that? So now you've had to overcorrect. You're way over to this side now. And now you have to correct again. I would have just left strafed. I know I keep moving in my chair. It's probably quite funny for you guys, but I would have just left strafed. Just left strafe. Oh, and then he gets you. That's unfortunate. So that entire exchange was literally preemptive crosshair placement using the left stick to aim instead of the right. The dude's one shot. He's having a bad time. He's under pressure. You have the advantage. Yeah, capitalize on that advantage. Anyway, moving on. I hope these little sequence analysis style things are good for you guys that are watching. Let me know if you want more of those fight breakdowns. We know they're at flag. Good holding of the angle. We know someone's to the right. You have to stay here. You didn't need to push though. Right stick again. Wow. Well played, I suppose. Well played. But again, we'll just go through. You can see the right stick twitch. Turn around and aim high up. See the aim there? It was below where it needed to be. But getting the melee in, good. 2 for 1. Well played. Winning by 6 at this point in time. I haven't seen you set up on their side of the map yet. You're kind of always letting them run into you, and that's a very dangerous way to play this map. Because, as we've said previously, you know, if... You'll have to excuse my drawings here. If this is the pit, and you've got terminal here, got the towers here and here, and then you've got the bridges that link that way. There's only 2 areas on the map, really, that you can spawn. There's the bottom spawns. There's the top spawns for both teams. If you imagine that there's a halfway line on this map, so if we do a halfway line like this, if you let the enemy team push up, suppose we should draw the middle in 2. If you let the enemy team push up, right, then what you're allowing them to do is you're allowing them to advance onto your side, right? Which means that the middle of the map is now here in terms of power. Well, the power line in the map is now here. And you literally can only spawn in one of these 2 locations. You are stuck. Yeah? On the pit, you cannot and must not let the other team push onto your side. Because if they are a competent team and they understand how to spawn rotate you, they will easily score 8 points before you can do anything. Or 6 points at least. Yeah? So I want to see, with this game especially, we need to see more time on the other side of the map. We need to be controlled, but we need to be aggressive at the same time. And it's that controlled aggression that allows players to push into Platinum and Diamond and Onyx, because they understand situations better than the other players. So you have an advantage now. The enemy team is down. You should have gone forward. Yeah, you had an advantage there. That was over defensive. It was 3v4, and you had the rocket launcher. If they challenge you, they're dead. Yeah, and now we're just sort of waiting and they got the overshield for free. So that was an example of where hesitation and not capitalizing on an advantage led to a smaller lead. Yeah, that was a good rocket. I know we're 10 points in front, I'm aware, but against platinum or diamond players, that was a very big miss of opportunity. Holding's good here, not over aggressive. Check in, he's gone. Don't know why we're looking back. Your teammates would have been firing if that was the case. I liked the fact you moved back there, but you got the nade on you. It happens. Some deaths aren't preventable, but it's how you play your life that becomes most important. And I think that's really important to remember. Every time you die, like, pros die in pro games. Therefore, dying is a prerequisite of the game. It is very, very hard to run a perfect medal, like a 15-0 or whatever you want to call it. In Halo, you will die. It's just how you... It's how you live that life that makes the difference. Nice try with the no-scope. We're being overly aggressive here. We did not have the advantage. So let's... I'm not going to do a full sequence breakdown on that fight, but I just want to articulate it. So you hit that guy like once. Straight away in my head, I'm looking at my shields. Yeah, I'm looking right at my shields. You have one melee in you, or one burst, and then a headshot. If there's a guy here, you're having a bad time. And you know that guy's there, and you know he's not one shot. I would have backed off. You've taken a fight where you have a clear disadvantage, and this is I'm going to do a video on this called Gunfight Hygiene, that's based on a video by a Valorant coach called Wuhujin, who's really good. But this was very, very bad gunfight hygiene. Yeah, you held that W key and you just walked to your death. That was a completely unnecessary death. Even though you are 15 and 7, that was a very unnecessary death. And again, there you were like kind of preemptively aiming. Have a look at that one, that exchange as well. These the multi-height exchanges on ramps, I personally struggle with these on controller. So look where you're aiming. Look where you're aiming still. That was a nice little correction to nade. And then you've got cover. That's good. I think your nade killed your teammate though. So now, let's see how much right stick aiming that you do. Yeah, you're twitching all over the place, look. Then you shot the wall. You actually had the advantage there because of the ramp. I would have tried to play a bit more forward, especially if you consider the fact that your teammate, your teammate behind him? Teammate was behind him. Okay, your teammate's over there. See, what's he called? Crisp Rogue 024. He's behind your teammate. Look, you could have played aggressive here, and you could have just gone for the trade if you really wanted. Like, you could get out without trading, but you could have gone for it. You want to play the height advantage and play the left stick. I do like how you are trying to work in the right stick in your duels, though, because great players can use the right stick, and you're on your way to developing that skill, and you should continue to do it. Don't just stop using the right stick, but learn to use the left stick more, is what I'm saying. Halo Infinite's one of those games where it will do a lot of the aiming for you if you know how to get it to do it. Not always. Good use of nades. There, you did use the left stick, but you didn't correct for it. So I can tell you're trying to do it. I think with a few weeks practice in academy and social and just playing the game, you will have this down. The foundations are there. Just the thought process of it. So you have to be careful here. And Needle is not a great weapon to challenge a rocket launcher. Just didn't go for it. This is why they're losing. Our weapon control is half the game, especially on pit. Or Empyrean as it's called now. If you're watching this and you're gold and you're stuck in gold, are you getting the rocket launcher every time and are you getting your sniper rifle every time? Because if you ain't, that's probably why you're losing. Bit of a delay on the audio cue there, and then a bit of an undercorrection with the right stick. So I think that was a crosshair placement issue once again. We've got the rocket launcher. Remember, when you're on a thumbstick, you have the complete freedom of movement. So it's not like keyboard where it's WASD. You have complete movement to almost maneuver to get the best angle. We'll not get into the keyboard versus controller debate, but the way the thumbstick allows you to move is advantageous in this scenario. So as you go around this corner, it was good to look that way, but your team's kind of there, so I probably wouldn't have bothered, because if there was someone there, then your teammate here would have, he's in combat with someone else. So you can check the angles, and that's fine, but I probably would have just looked and then dipped. You looked for too long, because now you're leaving yourself open. You did see that guy. There was an enemy there, I believe. Yeah, he's there. So at this point, you had a choice. Either back off because you know you're getting pushed, or shoot a rocket at the dude. You chose neither. So now there's a guy behind you that you've seen, and you're not doing anything about it. You're looking, you can hear it, there's someone coming. If you don't think you can get out with the rockets, you think you're going to die, shoot them. Get rid of them. Because it's better for your opponent not to have them than for you to try to hold on to them. It's the same with power weapons. Some of you must have seen the video where you take the enemy sniper rifle and you just throw it off the edge. You think you're going to die, you just yeet that thing off the edge. Tactical use of weapons and denying them to your opponents is half the match. I would have just fired the rockets, I would have just been like, you're not having them. But hindsight's 20/20. It's easy for me to sit here and say that. And that's the game. So, a bit of a smash up. Really interesting that you guys spent like the whole match on your side of the map. Let's get the scoreboard up. That's insane to me. That on the pit. So pointers for the player. Crosshair placement generally this game was better than the other video, but still needs some work. Use of the right and left stick together is getting better. This again still needs a little bit of work. So what that means is I want to see you going in academy, and I want to see you practicing left stick aiming. That can be in the firing range if you want. And then working in the right stick to do flick aiming and stuff. Do the sniper rifle drill. Do the stalker rifle drill. Do the single shot weapons, because if you're good with a single shot weapon, you will be very good with burst weapons, because single shot weapons are incredibly punishing if you miss. Next, you want to look at how you are considering challenging people. So when you are challenging an angle, you need to prepare your crosshair to have challenge optimally. If we go back and try and find that sniper challenge real quick, we were talking about in that. I'm not going to be able to find it now. When we were talking about when you challenged the guy, there was also this one as well, wasn't there? So this one here was another example of using the left stick to aim and then using the right stick to correct ever so slightly, but focusing more on left. I mean, to be fair, I think as well, like, you can work in crouches and stuff, and it's good that you're trying to do that, but I'm going to be honest, at gold, you don't need to crouch strafe. The other guy, look how many times the guy missed. Look how many times the guy missed. Like, the issue that you have at lower rank is players look at all these videos where it's like, oh, to win in Halo, left stick strafe more, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to crouch strafe in gold. You don't need to do it in diamond most of the time. Because if your strafe is making you miss, then it's making you lose. Yeah? There are instances where pro players do not strafe because they have first shot, they have the advantage, and they don't want to miss. Yeah? If you're losing the gunfight, strafe your heart out. If you're winning the gunfight and you're not going to miss, it's almost not needed. You should always do a little bit of stuff to keep you... Don't stand still. But this type of strafing at this level is like, it's overkill. It's not required. So that guy died because he just missed every shot because he was strafing his little heart out. And then the final one was the other challenge. It was up here, where we were just talking about preemptive placement of crosshair when you're fighting. So again, you know, just try to focus more on placing your crosshair ready for the opponent rather than going around the corner and trying to react to the opponent. That's all. But that's the end of this video for this week. So we've talked a bit about spawn rotations on the pit and keeping pressure on your opponent. We've talked about power weapon management, crosshair placement, and also we've talked about using the left and right sticks in duels. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This was another gold MMR video. We're hoping to do some more platinum and diamond and eventually Onyx videos as well, which I just kind of keep for myself because I feel uncomfortable at the moment properly trying to coach Onyx players when they're actually better than me, because I'm sitting like diamond 6 again, diamond 4, diamond 6. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like. If you're new here and you've not seen these videos before, make sure you sub so you get more videos like this. We stream every Tuesday. We upload videos every Friday. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So this has been Vanadam. See you later.